Hi everyone, and good morning from the Carnival Glory cruise ship. This is our first time ever sailing on the Carnival Glory, and in this video here we're going to show you everything the ship has to offer, from the food and the restaurants to the bars and the drinks and everything there is to do. I go by the legend, joined by my wonderful girlfriend Molly, and starting out here on the pool deck. Pretty nice pool deck.
It is.
I love the water slides. There's two big water slides. There's a tipping bucket and little like splash things for the kids.
Speed slide, like a small little.
Two hot tubs, good sized pool. Of course, you can't have a cruise ship pool without some pool bars.
Yes.
And there's a rum bar over there. Really nice selection of rums. And a tequila bar down there. Now, they use their pool deck quite a bit. One of my favorite things, they have movies in the evening on the screen. I'm a little tired. I stayed up till 2 in the morning watching Deadpool and Wolverine last night.
They also have movies in port, too. Like, there's a 1 o'clock movie today.
Yeah, excited for that. And they had a big deck party out here last night.
Yep, they had an 80s glow deck party. They had music during the day, DJs, Caribbean, player.
Yeah, pretty good pool deck. Now let's go check out the rest of the ship.
One other thing, the pool is not heated.
Cold,
so it is very cold right now with this time of year. To go on the water slides, you have to go make your way all the way up to deck 14. And then slide your way down to deck 10.
Right on the pool deck, you'll find the Blue Iguana Cantina, which is included with the cost of your cruise Mexican restaurant. Really good tacos. They make their tortillas fresh. I like the chicken and the pork tacos. The other line over there, that is for a burrito or burrito bowl. And in the morning for breakfast, they do breakfast burritos, and they are wonderful. I am excited for this on the pool deck. It is Guy's Burger Joint. Nice, greasy, diner-style burger. Let's have some lunch. And here is that lunch. Look at that. We got bacon, cheese, potato strings, donkey sauce, onion ring. I love they have the chipotle mayo to dip the fries in. This is a good meal. Right now we're at the back of the ship on deck 9, where they have an adults-only pool.
Very nice.
A little cold today.
Yeah.
But there's hot tubs over there as well. Of course, you can't have a pool without a pool bar, big bar. This is also where the pizza is. Pizza, they have made a change recently at Carnival Cruise Line. The pizza is now open from 9 a.m. until midnight. So it's not open until like 4 a.m. anymore.
No, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. There's also going to be an ice cream machine over there and the upcharge seafood shack. On deck 3, you have the atrium area, which is a hub of activities. During the morning and afternoon, there'll be trivias and game shows in here. In the evening, there's parties, there's music.
Yep.
I like before dinner, normally there's like electric violinists that play, and those are really cool.
They've had a variety band.
Yeah, a pretty good atrium. There are some nuts and bolts things in here as well. A bar that'll run some very long hours. There's the Dream Studio to take fancy pictures. The Carnival Adventures, which is your shore excursions guest, as well as guest services. Just off the atrium on deck 5, you'll find the Heroes Tribute Bar, which is the main sports bar on board this ship. We are currently on a college football Saturday, so all these people here are getting ready to watch the games. That'll be kicking off in about 5 minutes or so. This
bar does have a unique menu.
Yes, some good stuff too. Like there's a martini with tang in it. I'm a big fan of the Heroes Tribute Martini. And tomorrow's NFL Sunday, so I might have to come in here watching the games. On decks 3, 4, and 5 in the front of the ship, you'll find the Amber Palace, which is the main theater on board the Carnival Glory. Now, this is mostly used for big shows in the evening. On our 3-night cruise, on the first night, there was a welcome aboard show. There was also going to be some bingo and some trivia in here at some other times. On night 2 was their big production show called Epic Rock, which is really cool. It uses the screen as a background. Your kind of 80s rock and roll show, but it was well done. On night 3, there were 2 different shows in there. We were sailing during December, so they did a big holiday Christmas show, which was wonderful. And then following that a little bit later on in the evening was the very popular Love and Marriage game show. I really liked the theater on this ship. It was very big, very pretty. Loved that chandelier at the top, and there was never a problem finding seats. Located on deck 5 is the Alchemy Bar, which is the martini bar or the craft cocktail bar on board the ship. Probably the best drinks you can get on the ship.
Absolutely.
Really good menu. A menu that's recently expanded as well.
It did.
Then you can also go off menu. So I've had like a raspberry martini. I've had a chocolate mint martini. I really like the alchemy bar. I'm currently drinking a pink potion number 9, and Molly's got the gilded rose, both fantastic. On decks 3 and 4, in the middle of the ship, just off the main atrium, you'll find the Golden Restaurant, which is one of the 2 main dining rooms on board. This one is, for our sailing, it's going to be, if you have the My Time dining, you check in on the app, it dings you when your table is ready, and then you go eat. Let's go see what's for dinner. All right, we sat down for dinner. We're in a nice booth here on the 4th floor, and they brought over a real menu, which is cool. The menus are also on QR codes, and something I like about the QR code menus is if you swipe left or right from the dining room menu, you get to like the vegan menu or the vegetarian menu. So very nice for people that do have allergy issues. Lots of different options. Some will change up. On the entrees, most of them change up every day, except for the chicken breast and the sirloin steak. Some stuff that you gotta pay extra for, and then baked Alaska. Dinner each night begins with a bread course, and it's kind of fun because the bread changes each and every night. Like yesterday was kind of a weird cranberry bread, today it looks like sourdough, and there's butter as well. And the food has started to show up. I didn't get an appetizer, I went for 2 entrees instead. Molly got a really nice looking fried green tomatoes. And the main course has arrived. Molly got a seafood penne. Looks really good. I got my 2 entrees. So I went with the standard New York strip steak with peppercorn. And then these, the brisket looks really good. We'll be pretty full after this. And our dessert has shown up. Molly got the classic, the Carnival chocolate melting cake. They've definitely changed it a little bit. So now instead of getting like the smaller round pot, it's more of an oval. Mine yesterday was not great, so we'll see how Molly's is today. And then I got the baked Alaska. I love baked Alaska as a dessert. Especially, man, I had probably too many meats. I am very full.
In the front of the ship is the Serenity Deck, which is an adult-only area. You have your own towels here. Look at these towel animals. They're so cute. And these are very, very comfortable loungers here. Now they do have its own bar with a different menu, mainly sangria based. The bar is unfortunately not open at this moment, but this is pretty peaceful back here. The Serenity Deck is also on deck 14, where they have 2 hot tubs in the very front of the ship that has gorgeous views. Also at the front of the Serenity area, you have these cuddle pods that look out onto the ocean. So it's a great place to sailing in and out of the port, sea day, peaceful, beautiful views. And here is a look of that Serenity bar menu. Like I said, mainly sangrias and wines, but they do have special signature cocktails. I do like the coconut kiss, that's really good. On the back of deck 11, you have a shuffleboard, and you have cornhole and the jogging trail back here. Right in the back by the funnel on deck 12, you have mini golf. There is 9 holes up here. It looks like a very nice course. Now I'm filming this because he is in a knee scooter, and this is not ADA accessible. There is no way to get up here without when you're in a wheelchair. So be forewarned of that. But it looks like a really, really nice mini golf course here. On deck 11, right by the mini course, you have the sports court. They have a basketball and tennis. Right now it's set up for pickleball. And then on the other side, they have a sun deck.
On deck 4, you'll find the Ivory Club, which is a big lounge.
It is. Mainly used for karaoke.
Yes, in the evening. I think every night karaoke's been here on the sailing, from like 7:30 till around 10:30. Very popular. Also, some of the best chairs on the cruise
Absolutely.
Are in this restaurant. Lounge. This is a lounge.
It is a lounge. At the back of the ship, on deck 9, you have the buffet. Let's go see what's for lunch. They start with a create your own salad and topping bar with cucumber, onions, chickpeas, beans. You have egg and all different types of salad dressing. Then you have cold pastas, pasta salad, coleslaw. For the main course, we have loaded mac and cheese. That looks delicious. Steamed mussels, Nashville hot fried chicken. You have steak. I love the cheddar cornbread. That's so good. Cream spinach. That looks good. And then you have mashed potatoes. And then there's always something on the carving station.
Some turkey?
No, thank you. Then you have breads. And then, of course, it's not a buffet without desserts. You have chocolate German cake. You have apple salted caramel cake. That looks really good. Dark chocolate honeycomb. And then some cookies. You have some jello. And then, I believe, red velvet layer cake. And then a strawberry lemon cake. Sugar-free. That looks good. And then finally, you have a coffee and cream cheesecake. And of course, you need some fruit. You have watermelons, pineapples, honeydew, and cantaloupe. In the middle of the buffet, they have sushi at sea. This is a small upcharge menu. I'm not a big sushi person, but it is available. On the other side, in the middle of the buffet, they do have the deli. Delicious sandwich. I love the buffalo chicken sandwich. They also have different types of sauces. They have truffle sauce, and I love to dip the french fries in. This does have a very long hours as well, and a very decent menu. Included on the cruise, you get unlimited iced tea, water, lemonade, and coffee here at the buffet. On deck 10, above the buffet, they have old-fashioned barbecue where they have pork butt, chicken, smoked beef, mac and cheese, potato salad. It is definitely need to eat here at least once on your cruise. Of course, it's not barbecue if you don't have different types of barbecue sauce, and these are created by Guy Fieri. And here's a look at some of that barbecue. I got the pork butt and the smoked beef, as well as mac and cheese. In the way back of the buffet, they do have the coffee bar. You can also get some sodas and water here as well. Right outside the buffet, they have swirls, which is your soft serve ice cream. You have chocolate, vanilla, and combo today. On deck 5, in the middle of the ship, you have the Camel Club Casino, and it's very modern. They definitely have new carpets in here, a lot of new games. Now with the card tables, there are roulette, 3-card prime, let it ride, craps, blackjack,
Heads Up Texas Hold'em.
Heads Up Texas Hold'em, and I think Fun 21.
Yeah, a lot of blackjack tables.
A lot. Now, it is a smoking casino, but you don't actually smell much smoke. They have very good ventilation in here, because we walk by and there's a lot of people smoking, but I don't smell it. And like I said, a very, very modern games here. You do have some of your gimmicky games that are kind of fun to watch, like this money game right here. And of course, with the casino, there is a casino bar, and there is one TV at this bar that plays sports. And then
there's performances in the evening.
Yes, at this stage right here, there's been anything from guitar, duos, a lot of different music. Turning the camera back on because I really like how the casino has the camels on the ceiling.
On deck 5, towards the back of the ship, you'll find the White Heat Dance Club, which is the main nightclub on board. It'll open up around 11 or so in the evening and stay open until quite late. The nightclub on our sailing was very popular, and I did make it over to the nightclub on one occasion, so I was proud of myself. It was 90s night that night. It was really fun. Also towards the back of the ship on deck 5, you'll find the Cinnabar Piano Bar, which on our 3-night sailing every single night, starting around 9 or so, was a piano bar entertainment. On our sailing, it was a man named Miso, who was really, really fun. Super good time in the piano bar. I think we went in there all 3 nights of the sailing. They have a specialty drink menu in there. I'm a big fan of the Showstopper Martini. And the piano guy was really talented, had a list of songs to recommend. A lot of like normal piano bar songs. And then randomly Scotty Doesn't Know from Eurotrip. So I had to tip a couple of bucks to hear Scotty Doesn't Know from Eurotrip. But yeah, really fun time. On deck 11 in the front of the ship, you'll find Spa Carnival, which is the area if you're a fan of spa and spa services where you'll spend a lot of time. Now, this is where you can get all your massages and treatments done for cost, and every treatment has a different varying cost. And, you know, if you go on a port day, it might be cheaper than you go on a sea day. There's also a big salon area in here if you want to get your hair or nails all done up for formal night or photos. And then something that's really kind of cool about the Carnival Glory is their sauna and steam room is included with the cost of your cruise. A lot of other cruise lines will charge you like a thermal spa pass kind of thing, but these are just in the male or female locker rooms to go in and use for free, which is actually a pretty nice perk compared to some other cruise lines. And then this is also where you'll find the gym on board. I like how the gym is at the very front of the ship and you can get those great views looking out. Plenty of weight equipment in here, as well as ellipticals and treadmills for your cardio. I didn't make it to the gym. I got a bad wheel at the moment, but I'm sure a lot of people did, and they probably enjoyed it.
On deck 6 and 7 forward, you do have a viewing area out here. It's kind of peaceful. There are benches. You are in front of staterooms, so a little bit awkward, but it's a nice, quiet place if you want to watch sailing in and out of port. And it's kind of a secret deck here on 6 and 7. On deck 5, in the back middle of the ship, is the arcade. And now you redeem.
You buy like packages over there.
Yes. It is all crane games at the front. Look at the Marios.
And it's interesting too, like they're not dollars, they're credits. So like similar like how Dave & Buster's works.
Yes. So be forewarned, but the packages are probably the best way to go with kids. You can get a duck, and then there are some ticketing games, and you redeem your prizes here on this auto machine. Okay, let's see what we have. Pop the lock.
Very modern arcade.
Yes. Yes. The piano keys one. There is
very warm in here.
It is, and there's no one here. I think there's a Gyro and Mario. I really like this game, the Pearl Fisher.
Yeah.
That's a really good game. Then you have some VR here. You can, there's a lot of crane games here. And then you have Monopoly, basketball.
Look at this Tom and Jerry.
Very, very modern. Now, I don't know if that's modern, but like, it's different. You don't actually see a Tom and Jerry at all.
I know, I've never seen this before.
No, I've never seen it before either.
Fast and the Furious game.
Oh, Fast and the Furious game. Of course, you have the Typhoon game. And that's the arcade. It is kind of small, but it is very modern. We are currently in the back of the ship on deck 3, eating in the Platinum dining room. This is on our sailing for dinner. It is the set dining time for either early or late, but we are here for Sea Day brunch.
And our food has arrived at Sea Day brunch. Mozzarella sticks are on the kids menu, but mozzarella sticks are also fantastic. So
yes.
We ordered some of those. Molly got some bacon, hash browns, and eggs Benedict. And man, I'm excited for this. I got these steak and eggs. The steak has a peppercorn sauce on it, and it smells fantastic. My steak was fantastic.
It was.
A really, really nice piece of steak. And then my favorite part about the Sea Day brunch on Carnival cruise ships, banana cream pie. Look at that. In the back of the ship on deck 5, you got the Ebony Lounge, and one of the largest lounges on board the ship. This, on 2 out of 3 nights, this has been used for the stand-up comedy. Some nights the comedian is in the main theater, sometimes it's in here. Actually, during Sea Day, they did a family show at like 3:30 in the afternoon. Comedian was really, really funny. I liked him quite a bit.
Yes, it does fill up very, very fast. So get there a little bit early.
But a nice lounge, and tonight there's a karaoke competition in here, which should be a fun time. Located in the midship promenade area on deck 5 is the Java Blue Cafe, which is the coffee bar on board. And I'm not really a coffee guy, but this is kind of like your Starbucks, your fancy coffees. If you have the beverage package, it is covered by the beverage package. They have Gatorades in here to help you beat that beverage package the next day.
Milkshakes.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of like delicious looking upcharged donuts and cakes.
Yeah, sadly it's upcharged.
I know, they look so good.
They do.
On deck 12, you will find Camp Ocean, which is the kids club on board. You got different activities based on the different age of the kids. And Molly and I are clearly not children. We don't have children, so that's kind of all we can show you on this one.
On deck 4, right outside the dining room, they do have Circle C, which is for a kids club ages 12 through 14.
In the middle of deck 5, you have Club O2, which is the teen club on board, and it was open and empty one day, so we just wandered in. And it's a really big space. So you can see the Wall of Fame over there. I guess they hold multiple different competitions during the event. And yeah, it seemed a little bit bigger than some of the other kids club spaces. You can fit a lot of teens in there. And I'm assuming they do all sorts of teen activities and games and different hangout sessions. I would probably be a big fan because it looks like right here that they have Mario Kart on the big screen, and Mario Kart is awesome.
Currently outside on deck 3, they have a nice outside promenade area. There's loungers out here, there's seats. Put my foot up and hanging out. I do like when the ships have something like this. This one doesn't go all the way around. There's one on both sides of the ship. One is a smoking and one is not smoking.
I think it's port is smoking?
Yes, it is definitely not the one where you're currently on. Does not help you at all. The starboard side of the ship, or the right side of the ship, is the smoking area.
Oopsies, I made a mistake.
Located on deck 10, right in the middle of the ship, you'll find the Emerald Room Steakhouse, which is the main upcharge specialty restaurant on board the Carnival Glory. Now, we're not going to eat here on this sailing, but we've eaten them before. Pretty good steakhouse.
Yeah.
Expensive, though. It does cost around $50 or so. My favorite part about this, there is a bar in the steakhouse, and you don't have to be eating there to go to the bar. And they have Blanton's Bourbon, one of my favorite liquors.
You do want to follow their dress code though, but you
Yeah.
don't need reservations. Just go in and say that you want to sit at the bar.
Yep, and enjoy some fabulous Blantons. Shout out to the bartender in there, is wonderful. She let me keep the horse, and I'm very happy.
Yeah. On the lobby, they do have glass elevators, and I'm kind of sad there is no mural. On most of these cruises, there's like a painting right here. Right now, it's just our reflection, but kind of sad about that. But it gives you fun views if there's a party or anything going on in the lobby. And since we're sailing at Christmas time, there's a Christmas tree.
Towards the back of the promenade deck, you've got this lounge called Bar Blue. It's a lounge that's really not used much on our sailing. There was some seminar stuff in here yesterday.
I really like the theme with the peacock feathers.
Yeah, if you are looking for just like a quiet place to have like a conversation, this is probably a pretty good spot to do that.
They do have a main art gallery downstairs on deck 3. However, all throughout the ship, they do have display the art that you can buy. And I really like the Star Wars, Marvel, and the Disney. On deck 5, right by the theater, they have all their awards. When a ship goes to a port for their first time, that port usually gives them a gift. And these are some of the awards and gifts that were given. On deck 4, right off the atrium, they do have the Pixels Gallery. When we are not in port, there's all these pictures, this wall opens. This is also where you'll pick up your loyalty program rewards gifts. So we got a hat this time right now. They do change. And then one thing I do love, above the atrium, they have this color changing ceiling.
On deck 4, you'll find the library on board the ship in the atrium area. There are some board games in here, like it's like Harry Potter Clue, and lots of books you can check out. They do have the newspaper from Dumb and Dumber. I believe that is the exact one that was in Dumb and Dumber. Now, there's lots of books in here, but one book they do not have until now is Experience the Point, the unofficial guidebook to Cedar Point written by our own Andrew Hyde on the staff. We take this book, we leave it in every single cruise ship we go on, so come find Hyde's book here and take your picture with it. It's like my favorite tweets to get is when somebody sends me a picture of them with Hyde's book. In the atrium area on deck 5, you got that interestingly dressed gentleman, and also this is going to be the main area for shopping. Over here on this side, you'll have your fancy store that'll be for like jewelry and watches,
purses, perfumes.
Yeah, possibly the most fun shop on board is the Candy on Top, Cherry on Top, which is the candy store. And that is, it's pretty fun. It's definitely a good store to walk around in.
They also have like roses if you want to do a formal night.
Yeah. And then over here is my favorite store, because that's where you're going to find the Carnival logo shop, as well as duty-free liquor. We're now inside of that Carnival logo store. I like the Carnival Glory bear, the bear captain. The Carnival Glory on his foot. They got the big ship model.
They have this crossbody bag, really nice, and this Choose Fun hat. They have some bags, and then this really nice hoodie. That looks really comfortable. Now this is very different. It's a headband at the tail. I don't think I've ever seen this before. They have a hat and t-shirt combo sale. Also, for some reason, they have all these food plushies in the store. Look at the hot dog. That is very, very odd. And the pretzel and the burger. Something we try to buy on every ship is this ornament. They do have other ornaments as well as another different Carnival Glory bear. They also have a whole bunch of shirts. Inside the liquor store, they do have all your sun dries. So anything that you forget, any medication, anything like that, you can buy them here. It is going to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, a lot more expensive.
And it's a lot. And then they also have snacks. Because who doesn't need snacks?
On deck 5 in the middle of the ship, you'll find the Carnival Adventure Store. Now the store kind of sells anything you might need for like a beach day or for shore excursions. And they've got some cool stuff in here.
Yeah, some backpacks and cups. I really like these Yeti cups in different colors with the ship's name on it, or just a Carnival one. And then also, something really fun, they have stickers. I also love that the mist fan is the shape of the whale tail.
I love this concept. There's a Carnival Fun Ships stainless steel bottle. And what it is, it's got every single ship in the fleet on it, as well as it's paired up with like waterproof stickers, so whenever you go on a ship you fill that in with a sticker, and that is such a cool concept.
We are staying in an interior cabin all the way at the back of the ship on deck 2, and the bed is pretty comfortable.
Big, yeah, soft.
I love how there's two artworks. Like sometimes you get really plain walls here. The TV, decent, kind of small.
Like 3 movie channels.
Yep.
And some other stuff.
You have a fridge down there. There's lots and lots of storage for 3 and 4 day. Bunch. And then, well, the bathroom is a cruise ship bathroom here. It's on the smaller side. Decent amount of storage. And then the terrifying noise. Maybe.
And there we go. That'll do it for our time on board the Carnival Glory. A fun time on that 3-night cruise. A little bit of technical information. The cruise cost on this one was about $350 per person, but that did get us $100 in onboard credit for the cabin. We did buy the Cheers beverage program for about $83, I think it is nowadays, per person, and we put that to very good use. Now, like with every vacation, there's going to be parts you like and parts you don't like so much. Let's start off with the positives and the things we did enjoy. One thing I liked, we were on a December sailing, and they did a lot of Christmas activities.
A lot of Christmas activities. Every night there was something.
Yeah, there were like sing-alongs and atrium parties. There was a big holiday show. There was Christmas time trivia, Christmas movie by the pool. And I thought it was really well done. So if you're into the holiday season, it's a great cruise line for that.
Yeah, I like the variety of music. There was so many different bands to listen to. There's guitar soloists. There's the violinist. Probably my favorite, the violinist.
I think the piano guy.
And the
piano bar guy was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I love the movies by the pool. There was at least 2 to 3 every single day. And one night I stayed up and watched Deadpool and Wolverine till like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, that's one of our downs for a lot of ships is they do not use the giant outdoor screen enough. And this ship definitely did.
Yeah, the ship was nice and cool. Sometimes you go on cruise ships and it's like a lot of rooms or parts of the ship can get very, very hot, but not on this sailing. This sailing was nice and cool. So if you are somebody that doesn't like a colder ship, maybe bring a sweatshirt or a long sleeve shirt.
I really enjoyed Sea Day brunch. Sea Day brunch is a really good meal, and especially your steak.
Yeah, my steak was very impressive. Like, It was considerably better than the same dining room steak I got like 2 days later. We did have a couple things we did not like about the ship. One of the things, the maintenance on the ship did not seem great. Like, obviously the ship got us to, from one port to one port fine. The air conditioning worked well, but like there was chip paints in places. There was doors that didn't work. There was like flooring that was busted.
Water came from the ceiling at one point in our hallway.
They shut off the water for like 2.5 hours one day to fix stuff. And just like there were like tiles missing in the elevators that you could tell like people have picked off. And the ship, it definitely needs some more of a maintenance budget.
Yes.
Because there were some parts in like, must have been a recent dry dock, like the Heroes Bar, the arcade seemed very, very new. But they haven't been upkeeping it as well as they should have.
And with the maintenance, it was also smelly in some places. You definitely had some like sewage smells here and there.
And which like, if it's not by your cabin, that's fine. Like I imagine if somebody had that by your cabin, you'd be sick the entire cruise. You would not want to spend any time in there. But with different parts of the ship you walk by and they're like, oh, that smells like poopies. And that is not great. Anyway, now moving on. Some of the staff shout-outs, some of the crew members that made our vacation really great. It was Pauline at the Steakhouse Bar and Nepa at the Sports Bar. And there we go. If you got any questions about the Carnival Glory, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching this video.